Hey, stop giving talks that make you busy and start giving talks that make you money. In my brand new limited series podcast, Public Speaking Monetization Tips, I'll show you exactly how to use speaking to grow your business, attract high-end quality clients, and get paid, even from no-fee gigs. So if you're serious about turning your message into income, search Public Speaking Monetization Tips on your favorite podcast platform and hit play today. Hey there, welcome back to Be in Demand. I am your host, Laurie-Ann Mirabito, and today we're talking about something that every ambitious corporate professional needs to master: speaking confidently, and to use it as a strategic way to get known, get noticed, and get promoted. So if you want more visibility, more leadership opportunities, and you want to build a reputation that's going to open doors for you, you are going to want to continue listening. Because I'm going to be breaking down the single most overlooked career accelerator inside every organization. And this is coming from somebody who has been a leadership executive coach. I have coached hundreds of executives and leaders in a variety of industries around the globe. And here's something that is so overlooked in any leadership development program: being a confident communicator, being that compelling communicator. Your ability to speak so that people listen is one that is actually going to get you noticed. And this is the fastest path to actually getting promoted. It is going to set you apart from the other people that are being considered for that next promotion. And it is absolutely a skill that you can learn, even if speaking has never felt natural to you. Because once upon a time, it was not natural for me. So let's talk about why your voice is part of your visibility. If you're in corporate, you were hired for your expertise, but you get promoted for your communication. Think about it. Leaders don't sit around saying, who's the best coder? Who's the best analyst? Who's the best spreadsheet wizard? No. What they say is, who can present to this client? Who can lead this meeting? Who can handle a room full of executives without falling apart? I've been hired by people who had been tired of being overlooked for promotions. And the reason why they were getting overlooked for promotion was because they refused to speak. Speak at meetings, speak to customers, speak at board meetings. Today, your visibility isn't optional. It is part of what's going to get you promoted. So consider it to be part of the toll to being promoted. And speaking is the most efficient way to get visible in front of the people that you want to be visible in front of, the people who have that position to actually promote you. So in other words, what I'm saying is speaking is the fastest way to get promoted. And when you speak so clearly, concisely, and confidently, people are going to see you differently. The leaders above you are going to see you differently. They'll look at you differently. Your colleagues are going to respond to you differently. And those opportunities that you've been wondering why they've been passing you by, they're going to find you. So let's address the truth companies never put into any employee handbook. Because you can be brilliant, hardworking, and very skilled, and you can still be invisible. And I see it all the time from my executive coaching days to the people that I'm currently attracting. I have suddenly been attracting a number of corporate clients, people who are finding me and saying, I need help within my company. I'm tired of being passed over. I'm tired of putting people to sleep during meetings. And they are so tired of people who have less experience, less skills than them, who are advancing faster, all because they show up with confidence. They communicate clearly under pressure. They know how to make people lean in when they are speaking, and they sound like a leader. And those people aren't always the smartest people in the room, but they know how to show their value. Now we're talking body language, we're talking tone, we're talking speaking. And that's exactly what learning the skill will do for you. Most people think that confidence is only needed when they're giving a big presentation. And I'm going to tell you that's wrong because leaders are watching you. They are watching you all the time. As a matter of fact, the people who are working under you are watching you also. But let's just take those leaders, for example. They watch the way that you update a project, how you answer a question, whether it's concise or whether you're mumbling or roundabout answers. They are watching how you contribute in a meeting. They are watching how you communicate with clarity. They are hearing the confidence in your tone, and they can see how you are sitting with confidence, not egotistical, with confidence, assurance, knowing yourself, and your ability to articulate ideas so that others understand. It's these little itty bitty moments that really are shaping your reputation. So think of it this way: every time that you are speaking, you're leaving an impression, whether you intended to or not. So, what impression are you leaving? That's something that I really want you to think about. What impression are you leaving? And this goes back to one of the first things that I would work with executives is what kind of leader do you want to be? What's your leadership style? And so many times they would look up and say, well, that person got there by being like this. I guess that's what I have to do. And I would always say, no, wrong. I want you to decide what kind of a leader you want to be because that works for them and it's not going to necessarily work for you. So, what comes naturally to you? And I do the same thing with speakers. What kind of a speaker do you want to be? I would have leaders and also speakers like, I want you to come up with 2 or 3 words or short phrases that describe who you are as a leader, as a speaker. So think about that. What impression are you leaving on others? Because when you are well spoken, people notice. Others around you are subconsciously labeling you. Because when you speak well, those around you are making little micro judgments about you. Trustworthy, competent, composed, credible, promotable. Because communication is leadership. Because the higher up you go in an organization, the more you are going to have to speak to others in groups and the more people you are going to be speaking in front of. I want you to step into being that leader, being that confident communicator who says, I'm ready for more. I can handle big responsibilities. I can represent this company. Those are the exact qualities that they look for when they are deciding on who gets to step higher, who gets the next promotion. By now, you're probably wondering, how do I improve my communication quickly? And let me give you 3 tips that you can start doing today. Number 1, speak in statements, not paragraphs. And what that means is I don't want you to answer a question by giving so many extra words. You don't have to ramble on. Leaders value clarity. So short sentences make you sound more confident and prepared. Number 2, pause. Silence is not awkward. It's actually powerful. Pausing actually gives your audience time to think, and pausing gives the impression of composure. And the third one is start with the point and then support it. This is almost like the newspapers, like there's the headline. So you are leading with the headline, make the point, draw people in, get to the point quick. This goes back to number 1, speak in statements and not paragraphs. Now, I'm not talking about being overly short with people because remember, your body language and your tone is also adding to your communication. But what I don't want you to do is to add a bunch of fluffy words and extra words just to go on a little bit longer. Because how long you speak does not mean that you are a more confident leader. So the reason why this is so important is because corporate communication has changed. I mean, we've got multi-generations that are working within organizations. And you're not just competing with coworkers, you're competing with people who've been laid off, with AI, and also just organizational change. So your ability to communicate with clarity and confidence isn't a nice to have, It's actually going to become your career insurance. And when you master this, you are going to become unforgettable and promotable. So I really want you to think a lot about this. Take a step back and think about your speaking skills within meetings. What does your voice sound? What kind of words are you using? Are you sounding like everybody else? When you speak, are people leaning in or are they leaning back? And when you watch a room when somebody else is speaking, I just want you to notice what the audience is doing. If there's a great speaker, somebody that you admire, notice the audience. Notice what happens. And then compare that to somebody who hasn't mastered speaking and communication and standing in their leadership. So if you're listening to this and now you're thinking, yes, yes, I want that visibility. I want to be known. I want to speak with confidence and have that executive presence. And you want leadership to see you as the obvious choice for that next opportunity, that next promotion, then I would love to help you because this is one of the things that I work on with my clients is helping them communicate so well that leadership can't help but notice you. So I've opened up a handful of spots for corporate professionals who want to strengthen their communication, elevate their executive presence, and position themselves for those roles that they truly want, that next promotion. And you can book that call with me at speakandstandout.com/executive presence. And that link is down below. So this isn't just about speaking skills. It's about shaping the way that you are seen within your company and also your industry and making sure that your talent doesn't stay hidden for another year. So until next week, I want you to be in demand.